What up? Your boy Superman here, and I'm doing this video again because for some reason YouTube didn't like it, so I couldn't monetize the first video I made. It was around 8 minutes long. Maybe it was the music, maybe, I don't know, I didn't cuss or nothing, so it was a little confusing. I don't mind doing it over. Let's get into it. Anyways, international marriage in Japan. I mean, a lot of people are just worried about dating, but international marriage, okay. Okay, statistically, 40% of all international marriages end. And that's usually between 2 and 3 years. So after your second, third year, it's over for that 40% of people. That means 60% of people are successful. I actually have a lot of buddies who are divorced, and a lot of buddies who are married, and a lot of buddies who are single. One dude I know, he's an older guy. He owns his own business in Japan, speaks Japanese relatively fluently. He was in the military, met a girl, fell in love, got married, had kids, 2 kids, and then they divorced, and he stayed for his kids, because that's what you should probably do if you have kids with someone. He stayed in Japan, opened a business, worked the English route for, I don't know, 10 years or something like that. Now he owns his own bar. Anyways, yeah, so divorce definitely does happen in Japan, not quite as much as America. It's kind of a taboo here. They really discourage divorce. When it does occur, typically people are usually over 40 when it does happen. And then they usually find a new partner and get remarried. So they wait until the kids are of age. The coming of age date in Japan is 20. So when the kids are 20, then they divorce in Japan. This is for Japanese married to Japanese. Foreigners seem to be slightly different. They're like, look, it's not working. It's been 2 years. Peace. And a part of that really big statistic, I think, is the military itself, because we have quite a few bases here, so they're gonna date around in Japan, you know. So they probably make up a big percentage of that 40% who get divorced relatively quickly. Talk about kind of the reasons why people get divorced. Okay, so not trying to be negative. I just did a little research, read an article or two, and I got actually some opinions and some stories about other people who were here, they did get married, they did get divorced, kind of the reasons why. Okay, for example, the first one was more around the idea of circumstances. Okay, you got a couple, American, Japanese. They got married, they had kids, they were happy, but they both had aging parents, so they needed to take care of their parents. The guy, he was from America, from Virginia, and he wanted to go back to Virginia, where the wife wanted to stay in Japan and take care of her parents. That ultimately broke them up, even though they still loved each other, and they didn't want to divorce, but in the end they did divorce. Okay, this story was about a guy who basically met a girl, he liked her, but she was kind of a really, really demanding princess type, okay? So that's in all categories. Money, you gotta be like this, that, being sharp, and especially this one in particularly in bed, okay? I guess he said this girl was abusive. So like, when she wasn't pleased with him, she would try to punch him, or punch him in the ribs, or hurt him in some small manner, you know, basically, especially when he didn't please her sexually. That ultimately ended their relationship. Other guy, well, he had kind of the opposite problem. He worked a lot. When you do work a lot and you have a partner at home, it causes a kind of a disconnect, right? Emotionally and physically. It starts with the, emotional, because you're at work all the time. Average Japanese work about 70 hours a week. So if you're a foreigner in Japan, you might be working that. You're probably expected to work somewhere around that. Trust me, I've worked many jobs where they're like, can you come in Saturday? And I'm like, am I getting paid? They're like, no, it's for the children. It's for the children, all teary-eyed. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'm coming Saturday. I didn't get paid for that day. So it happens. But my point is, if you're not with your partner, it creates distance in relationship. And there's distance in your relationship, the girl is not going to be like emotionally attached to you anymore, It's like you come home like, hey, we're married, with, kind of like, let's get it on, baby. She's going to be like, I haven't seen you in 2 months. So This guy got divorced because of lack of sex. And lack of sex is actually a big thing in Japan. But typically Japanese guys deal with it, at least the ones I heard about, salaryman type of guys, typically cheat. I'm not saying guys in America don't cheat or other countries don't cheat, but they cheat and the wife kind of sort of knows or doesn't know. It's very cultural, that's all I'm saying. So they cheat, come home, pass out, and just do it all again the next day. They're still providing. It's just that they're getting their happiness outside the marriage, and the marriage still stays together. And again, you know, after the 40, they might divorce finally after the kids come of age. There are some circumstances where, like the guy and the girl, these are both Japanese, in the relationships are actually dating other people the whole marriage. They know about it. The kids don't. And as soon as the kids come of age, they divorce and marry their boyfriend or girlfriends. That occurs too. Okay, for this next guy, this guy, he met a girl, he really liked her, and he wanted to give her the life. Like all guys, like they want to provide. At the time, he had a good job. He wanted to give her the life they deserve, you know? He bought a nice car, nice house. Kids were in international school. International school bills are like $1,000 a month extra on top of your mortgage, your car. Basically, in the end of the day, he could not afford everything. And this put strain on their relationship. In the end, the wife ended up leaving him because he could not provide her lifestyle, basically. She wanted this lifestyle. He was providing this at first, but he in the end couldn't afford it, so she was like, well, divorce. And that's what broke them up. It was money, finance. So you had love, sex, finances, circumstance. Of course, there's always cultural, you know, stuff, but through my research, cultural was not the main thing that usually broke people up. It was typically, you know, those 4 things I just said. And the last one is just not getting along. Like, I guess you can argue it's cultural and not getting along, but even if, you know, if I'm American and I'm dating an American girl, if we don't see eye to eye, we're not on the same page on a certain subject, especially if we both consider this subject important, such as kids, money, how we spend our money, and or how we spend our time together, it's going to end up in a breakup or a divorce or whatever. So, yeah. So I'm not going to say that's cultural. Moral value, I guess. Not having the same moral values or same ideas, not being on the same page that break up, you know, international partners, and I would say everyone. Till next time, peace. And thumbs up, you know what that means. If you like the video, thumbs up. Alright, I'm out.